Actually, this is the extension and this is the original.
This is the original aviary.
Yeah, this is the original. So we start here first. So everything here is a requirement from DNR to have a farm permit. You have the receiving area.
Receiving area.
So I have to picture you here and you're standing there. And
Okay.
that's the comfort room. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then this one is supposed to be doing the food here.
Okay, fruit pep area.
Yeah, away from the aviary.
Aviary.
And then here's the receiving area, and then you have the toilet for
And then the
sanitation.
kitchen has to be separate.
Yeah, kitchen there. So that's how the setup works. So these are. The name is Sean.
Hi, Myko.
Go.
How are you? Came from very far away to meet you. And I enjoyed seeing your birds. Yeah. So I believe you're the owner and he works here.
Sorry. Who's the owner?
Me.
Who am I?
Co-owner.
Owner! Wow! I rose up! Thank you, dude! Oh, ano yan?
I will not ask you. Doctor, this one grows in water.
Hindi, putulin natin. Hindi, good thing. I'll give you the big this a lot.
My name is Myko.
Yeah.
The owner.
The owner. All the way to see the owner.
Owner here. The owner in the middle. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mami, papi. Tama.
The helper.
Okay.
Thank you. So Michael, why do you like birds? You have to tell me why. What?
The story of why I like birds is because in pandemic, my dad asked me what do I want. iPad or birds because I had no iPad back then because I just borrowed cell phone from my parents.
Okay.
And then I said birds, and that's basically it.
That's basically why you went into birds.
Yeah,
But I think you really like birds now because you got a lot of different birds.
yeah,
And I think birds are something that's fun for you now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
the
like
thing
that.
with me, why I like birds was when I was a kid like you, my granddad, who used to be a big game hunter, he used to take us out, and I really learned about birds and stuff from him. And it was him who taught me the basics about birds, but then I just wanted to know more and more and more. So it's like now, like 30 years that I've been learning about birds. And it's the fun thing about birds is you learn something new every day. Maybe, yeah, that's the best part, right?
Yeah, I learn it.
Yeah.
I learn new things every day.
Yeah, and that's the fun part about what you guys do, that you document it and you make videos and more people learn from you guys. That's even that's even better because then they learn the right ways of doing things, how to look after birds, how to do the right things, feed the right things. Yeah. So that's the next generation.
Yeah,
So in you, we know that the next aviculture is very strong. Yeah.
yeah.
He's really like famous all over, not only here in the Philippines, but abroad.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure to meet a famous person.
Yay! What will you say? Yes?
Please like and share this video so we can all learn together. Happy bird keeping, everyone.
It's okay. Hey. Uh-huh. Okay, go.
Wala pa upuan.
So, I'm a bit successful with this drum nest, but I don't have birds here anymore. So it's like that.
It's a good design.
And it's cheaper
Yeah, it is.
compared with the
And
wood.
this is long lasting actually.
Yeah. And Tony said that it doesn't matter as long as it's not direct to the sun.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It should be covered up so it doesn't get hot. That's the only thing.
But I have, plants.
But this is fine, no problem.
Yeah, and also I have plants.
Plants on the top of
There.
this. Yeah.
So at first these are my design, but the problem is, they still destroy inside.
yeah.
So I had to wait. I'm now revising the design into something like this. Yo! Ay, hindi pala yan. Ito siguro. Ayan, no? I have now
Nice.
But
So
it's-
you put like a...
tin, yeah.
Okay.
But the problem is it gets expensive. So in reality, I only like to maintain this because of the visual
quality, yeah.
But this one is more
But
practical.
I think this would be good also if you put mesh inside.
Yeah, they still reach
The wood?
The wood. Yeah. So it's just like this is the best. But if you look at it, it's just like the drum.
Yeah, it is. It looks exactly like
Yeah,
the
but
drum.
because of the aesthetic, I like it's like natural.
And then the look also is
This
nice.
one has a chick.
Yeah, not
I'm ready to harvest that.
Yeah. The mother is feeding it.
they're not
It has 4, and then eventually I have to harvest one
Yeah,
by one
one by
because you will see that whoever is the biggest is just the only.
The one that's getting fed,
Yeah.
right?
So they're like that. So for example, hatchling, and then I have to harvest. What's your tip? Getting the
The hatchlings.
for example, the hand feed. If I'll hand feed the
So basically, like Sun Conures and all, I'm not very particular about how we take out the babies. But the thing I'm particular about is like you can see that if the nest is without clutter now, like they're setting up the nest, they're chewing through things and all. When the babies come in, right, you have to visually judge which baby is being fed better than the rest. So what I usually do is I'll take out the babies that are the weakest. I won't take out the stronger babies.
Oh, I'm doing it the opposite way.
So I take out the weakest babies because they need the most help.
Okay.
Because if I leave the weakest babies, the chance is the mother may not feed them as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking the opposite.
I take the weaker ones out so I can bring them up better and let the ones that the mother is looking after continue feeding them. So you judge that by the crop.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's why I always see its failure when I remove the stronger one
Yeah.
and then
Let the weaker ones be with the mother. So the mother, what?
That's always my technique.
So in nature, the parents will feed the babies that are more receptive, and the weaker ones, because nature is not there's not food every day, right? So they will feed the ones that are not receptive, and the ones that are weaker will just die.
Survival of the
Survival
fittest.
of the fittest. So the same thing, we need to take out the ones that are
I
weaker.
was thinking like a human being that if the weakest, you give extra, extra attention. Yeah.
No, the bird.
That's
doesn't
why-
take like that.
The next day it's dead for sure.
So then you take out the weaker ones and let the
I
parent
think
look
I
after.
have done that for like 10 times already. It didn't cross my mind that I need to
To take out
harvest the
the
weakest.
weaker ones.
Because I was thinking, okay, you're gonna be spoiled by your mom.
Yeah.
It's
So
like
taking out the weaker one gives the better chance for the survival of all the chicks. So you take out the weaker ones, keep the stronger one with them, and then once you see it's ready to harvest, you remove the other ones as well. Yeah?
What about I notice when I'm hand feeding?
Yeah,
The first batch, they're perfect.
yeah.
Perfect, as in perfect. And then the next batch of groupings of chicks, they're like weak. Do you think I need to, what do you,
So are these from the same nest or these are coming out differently?
same brooder,
Same
brooder, same incubator, same place. Do you need, do you advise for me to have a different area for the second batch?
I think you split up your batches. Don't allow one batch mixed with the second batch. Keep one batch separately, keep the next batch separately. Yeah. Maybe the tendency is some kind of an infection, which I can't pinpoint at the moment. But if you have a batch that's perfectly okay,
The first batch,
Yeah.
usually the first batch in the breeding season, and then when they are completely gone in the nursery area,
Yeah.
of course I have to
Put
put
the next batch.
The next batch.
So do you sanitize everything for the next batch?
Well, not that, just the typical wiping and everything.
Yeah, that's
I was
it.
thinking to have a different nursery.
Yeah, have a different this thing. Use a different set of cages and stuff.
Brooder and everything,
Brooder and
right?
everything for the bird.
Okay.
Because even like that, I can't pinpoint why something like that would happen. But maybe because the birds are into the second cycle already. So how do you harvest? Do you harvest like
Eggs.
you harvest the eggs, right?
Yeah.
And then the next batch is the parent raised one.
I still harvest the eggs.
Still harvest.
No,
the
but
eggs.
right now I don't harvest the eggs since I'm having a failure in the second batch.
Second batch.
In the incubator.
Yeah.
Not in the hatching.
Ah.
Hatching is perfect.
But the baby is growing up, right?
Yeah.
So that could also be because your birds. Now, when you harvest eggs, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a natural tendency for the birds to lay again a clutch immediately very soon.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes that's not a healthy clutch because in the wild, when the nest is attacked and the eggs are killed, the parents give the reaction is breed fast so that or we will miss the breeding season.
Uh-huh.
So that could be a reason that many of the babies the nutrients are not 100%.
So what do you suggest?
So
then?
I advise that this at least let the parents look after the chicks for at least 8 days, 10 days before you remove them.
Yeah, but I'm harvesting eggs.
Because you know another reason also, antibodies. Antibodies
yeah.
in a gut, in a crop of a bird. When we're hand feeding, we're not providing them with enough antibodies. When a bird is feeding another bird, right? It's saliva passing through.
Uh-huh.
So the food goes into the crop of the other bird, right?
Uh-huh.
So that food is regurgitated with all that bacteria back into the baby.
Mm-hmm.
So that's helping build the
growth of
immune
the good
system of the
bacteria.
bird. Yeah?
That's why in the nursery they don't get that.
In the nursery they
And
don't
then
get
also the formula is from hot water
Yeah.
and every good
that.
bacteria is dead.
And the problem with the nursery hand feeding
That's
formula.
why when I was researching and everything, I used to put probiotics in the
Yeah.
feeding formula and the chicks are good.
Yeah. So another thing that I do, I don't know, many breeders don't do. We get virgin coconut oil.
VCO.
Yeah. So I use a couple of drops of virgin coconut oil in hand feeding formula in the night meals of the birds. The reason being, it allows the crops to empty very fast. So their night meal goes through very quickly. And the coconut oil is good for them, for their plumage, for everything.
Really,
I don't know if you guys get palm nut oil here, but I think palm
But
nut.
VCO is common.
Yeah.
So
Virgin coconut oil is very good for the digestion again of the bird. So everything is building immune system. So when you build the immune system of the baby, you'll have stronger babies, healthier babies, heavier babies, good condition. Yeah, that's very important.
That's why there's a big difference between nest box raised chicks
Yeah.
compared with nursery raised
Yeah.
chicks.
See the crops totally
Yeah.
full.
Yeah.
And you can see both parents are feeding it. So it's a very big difference between a nest box raised chick and a nursery raised chick.
Wow. Learning a lot and just a few hours of your visit.
Just happy to share.
Thanks, Sean. Promise to be back, okay? In June.
For sure, in June.
June.